1, 2, 1, 2. Tonight, in a jam co-sponsored by Jerry Halls, we bring to you tonight live the band Survival Sounds at the Lyricist Lounge. And it's a packed crowd, 80,000 people live in Shea Stadium. Tonight, we got Prince, Madonna, and the Perverted Flasher, the Midnight Cocoa Butter, Portal Tape watching, live beaming down from Venus.
Flip the script.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now sit down and shut up.
Where the beat go?
Mr. Lee? Are you ready?
What? I need a reason. Don't say money. Why do this? Why not do it? Because yesterday I walked out of the joint after losing 4 years of my life, and you're cold-decking Teen Beat cover boys. Because the house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
What are you saying?
I say he'll flip you.
He'll what?
Flip you. Flip you for real.
Welcome back to Flip the Script. This is your man Lee Majors on the boards right now. Once again, before we get started with the next segment, let me just hit you back with the web IDs. You can hit us back at our main podcast website. That is fts.podshow.com. You could also hit us up on myspace.com/FTS Shinjuku. And once again, we do this for the Old School Gamers Network. You can hit us on osgnetwork.com. We're going to go into my segment right now. Originally, I was going to start off with hip-hop music. But I figured with our group right here, we really couldn't expand on the hip-hop music and how it is today.
Why is that?
Well,
yeah, exactly. I'm white.
Well, it's just that two of us out of the group really don't listen to hip hop that much as the other people do. Maybe three of us. So I want a topic that all of us can touch on.
Right.
I was gonna talk about drifting. You know,
yeah, we all know about drifting.
We all know about drifting. but I want to touch on emotions right now. Yes. Especially after that old school video game segment, I want to touch on emotions.
Oh man!
So in tradition of the title of the show, Flip the Script, I'm going to flip the script, and our topic is going to be anime conventions. Not just anime conventions in general. Our experience with anime conventions. And as you can hear from the response of the room,
I don't think this is gonna be safe.
Yo, this is not
loaded topic, everybody.
We are not supposed to be safe.
We should keep it anonymous.
No, keep them all anonymous.
I'm not right.
No.
No comment.
No. Don't be scared to call out names. Don't be scared.
No.
Yo, that.
No.
If we want a table at the convention next year, I think we're gonna keep it anonymous because we can get filthy up in this piece.
We get filthy. All right.
We'll go to several conventions every year.
Yeah, that's
about
true.
5 or 6.
We'll change the names, but the story will remain the same.
Yeah, to hide the innocent. Yeah, to protect the innocent.
Protect the innocent.
Yeah.
We could at least mention the whatchamacallit, the anime, the conventions we went to, right? We could mention the names.
Well, what do you want to know? Like,
we're gonna talk about everything.
Okay.
Everything.
What can make them better?
What can make them better?
That I think is probably a good topic alone. But, but well, yeah, no problem.
Let's talk about first the atmosphere of these conventions. The people at these conventions.
I think Shoji needs to take this first. I think Shoji has the best way of describing how these people act.
What are you talking about?
No, because we talked about this before, and Shoji had this. He had these statements about how these people act when they're at the conventions and when they're not at the conventions. And
no, you're talking about how these are people that are outcasts in society. You know, the things they enjoy, everyone rags on them. They get ragged at home by their moms and dads. You losers watching these cartoons.
Yeah.
And then you go to work and your bosses don't appreciate what you're into. You know, these are poor people. They're kicked down and
Sounds like me.
treated like crap through life.
But for 3 days.
And then for these 3 days, when a convention comes into town,
That's right.
where you come in and meet all these other people that enjoy the same thing, you're no longer the outcast. You're now one with the rest. You are now part of the Borg. You know, and now, for this one brief moment, these 3 days, they could truly find happiness. And they're so happy. They also neglect to bathe, put on DO and to shave, and
They spend all their money on pocket,
to change their clothes.
balls.
Don't even bother to get hotel rooms and just sleep in their cars.
And in these 3 days, they're no longer losers, but they are king of the universe.
Masters of their domain.
They cannot. It's amazing how they shoot from the amoeba status to Jesus Christ superstar. And this is the thing that bothers me the most. You guys that are outcasts like this, don't forget who you are. You know, and when you go to these conventions, treat the other people how you don't want to be treated.
Exactly.
You know, you've been
World treats you,
outcasted
don't
the
treat
whole
them like
time.
that.
Don't treat other people outcast because you think you're no more than them.
That's right.
You know more anime than this other person.
That's right.
You know more video games than this other people. Don't treat each other like crap at these conventions where I have noticed that you people do. You go to these conventions, you just say hi. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm sounding hateful. But I've been hated.
You've been pleased in the last
I've been hated on at these conventions, and I've done nothing wrong.
What happened the last time? Didn't you walk up to somebody?
I just wanted to ask them a simply question and say, "Hey, what's going on?" Looked at me like I was utter trash. You are not at my level.
Oh.
And just continuing on like I never existed.
Yeah. Oh, that was your boy.
And I'm like,
I'm not gonna say his name.
I'm like, dude,
that was your boy.
Talked before. What's going on?
Yeah.
Or these guys. Oh, you just walk up. It's like, I just want to ask this man a question. Hey now, who are you?
Yeah.
I just want to go in real quick, ask this man a question.
The security is insane.
Yeah, and I'm like,
oh my God.
The way to look at me and wave the finger like you're allowed to go in. Thank you so much. It's like I'm supposed to bow down to you. It's like, thank you so much, master of all anime. I am so happy that you have accepted me. This is ridiculous. This is a convention where you should all accept each other. Don't act like jerks and elitists.
Power trips.
And
if you get a little bit of power,
you guys get this power trip.
Majors,
come on.
Majors, tell them the water story.
The water story.
The water story.
Oh God, the water story.
I have never been so disgusted in my
I know this mess is absurd too. Go ahead.
We were standing in a long ass line to go see one of these. What was that? We were
I don't
going to
even
see?
remember what it was.
We're going to go watch
a show.
It was like
A
an
show.
award show.
An award show, and I wanted to get some water, and I see like they had
some jugs.
They had the jugs over there, but they had it behind these.
Had it cordoned off, right?
By
They
the
had
way,
it corded off behind these velvet ropes.
The hotel provided this water.
The hotel provided this water for us to drink. And what
wine?
Oh my God! Jesus!
Even the fountain of youth.
And it was behind these velvet ropes, and it was right next to this one of these security guards, quote unquote, whatever, quote unquote. So, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going behind the velvet rope just to get a glass of water because my mouth is so damn dry. And then he's looking at me like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I just want to get some water, man. He goes, you could walk all the way down the hall over there and get water from the other jug. I'm like, it's all the way down the hall, and I'm right here.
Plus, you were in line, right?
Plus, I was in line.
Yeah.
He goes, dude, you need to walk down the hall. I look at him in his face. I go, yeah, okay. And then I'm still pouring the water right in front of him. I was like, okay, yeah, oh my God, pretty much.
That's exactly what that guy was thinking.
Yeah, and then he goes, okay, then you want to act like that? Let me see your ID badge. So I give him my ID badge, and for some reason, he puts 2 star stamps on there, and he hands it back to me, and I'm like, all right, thanks a lot. And I go back in line.
We find out that they had employed a 3-strike rule, and if you got 3 stamps on your card, you were kicked out of the convention, and this guy right off the bat gives him 2. Just completely power trip over water.
Over
free water. I mean, this is what we're talking about.
What they try to do to me.
Yes, I was just about to get into that.
God. Blind has something to add to.
Because the thing is when I go to these, well, you know,
tell him about.
I have kind of sometimes I have a drinking problem. My problem is that I can't drink enough.
You drink?
Yeah, it's been known. I like to drink the beers, and sometimes I like doing the shots. And
so you weren't drinking water?
No, I was hammering beers the whole night. And you know, I'm kind of a loud, boisterous person when it comes to these certain things. The way that I am, and the way that I grew up when it came to drinking and being the life of the party. Well, you know, a lot of ways I was the life of the party. So, you know, just go in there and I'm loud, obnoxious, whatever the hell's going on. Well, I don't know what we were doing. We were in some room and
just
I wanted to sit down, and somebody left their crap on the thing, and I didn't see anybody there, so I moved it, sat down. Next thing I know, I got like 15 nerds trying to kick me out of this place. Now, the good thing about it is the fact that I got no stamps, and they're just power tripping on me. But I mean, the thing is people relax. Realize that, like Sho said, know your role, like The Rock used to say, because those 3 days go up very quickly. And when it comes Monday, when you see me out there and I'm still pissed off at you, I might beat you down. So, I mean, let's just put it.
You'd be surprised how far just being polite can go. I mean, you don't have to. You don't. If you do something wrong, there is a way to politely address the subject,
and don't run into me all the time either. You know, you can just walk through the hallways. You don't have to run like a freaking idiot in your damn Naruto costume trying to pull me down. I'm tired of that, and a lot of times it spills my drink, and I'm pissed. But the other problem that I have with some of these local cons here is the lack of imagination and the actual lack of organization and the lack of even caring of trying to do anything. I mean,
the Meg panel was terrible.
Panels, the shows the lack of shows that they were showing. You know, nobody cares about it. I mean, it's just really mundane. Nobody's really looking and trying to go into anything that's of actual substance. There's just a focus on what's hot right now. And you know what? I don't always care what's hot right now. I like to see some of the older things that maybe I was never able to see. But, you know, it's just one of these things. It definitely should be. And you should have qualified people to sit there and talk about
right. To an extent, they tried. Like they would talk about stuff that there were a few panels where it was like cool stuff that nobody's paying attention to, stuff here and there. But like you said, there were a couple panels, like the Mech panel, where you got a guy up there who's talking about shows. He's
seen 3 episodes.
He's seen only 2-3 episodes of all these shows.
I've seen all these shows, but
he's got an opinion formed from just those 3 episodes. What shows like
and
26
no
to 52
social
hours.
skills whatsoever.